Morning, people. It's 8:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, August 22nd, 2018. Well, it looks like we're in for a spot of luck. How long it lasts, I'm not betting on any horse on this race right now. But my continuing saga with Coinbase goes as such. I called up Kimberly yesterday to report some manipulation that I spotted in the order book. Well, Kimberly mentioned that. I have it recorded, by the way. I will not post because it has confidential information on there, but it will be used in the court if I have to go that far. Well, as the story goes, they said that a specialist contacted me named Carter by email and said they investigated my claim. Well, I have a problem with their investigation. Number one, if I have a claim, you're supposed to ask me to present the evidence to back my claim. And then you investigate the evidence. And then you dispute that. And you tell me why my claim is valid or invalid. The results of my claim. Well, I worked in a bank, and I actually did investigations in a bank for finance. And if anybody had a claim, I had tell me what the problem is, present me your evidence, and then I went to my systems checking it. Well, Coinbase doesn't do investigations like that. I make a claim, Coinbase doesn't ask me for my evidence of my claim, and somehow through a crystal ball they debunked it without actually checking the facts. I'm sorry, that's not proper procedure in any financial institution. I should know. I worked as a consultant for Constantine Control Associates. I worked at Citibank for 5 years inside private banking as their internal investigator, their financial control person. I was an officer of the bank. Private banking is a really hard job to get. It's for the most affluent clientele. I also worked at Bank of Tokyo, no nonsense bank, Japanese. You had to bow, be respectful, learn customs. I worked there for a couple of years. I helped them adopt a bond payment system. Before that, I worked, my assignments were at Deutsche Bank, in which I did the margin calls, and I did all of the reports to the president. That was me. I did all the reports. Deutsche Bank. John Spadaro was under him. And Frank, I can't remember his name, Italian guy. Salvatore Manfredi worked under him. Did all the reports. Every report that what was going on in the mark-to-market and the trading at Deutsche Bank came through me at that branch in Jersey City. What else? At Chase Bank, I worked under Avi Stein as a consultant. I straightened out their stock loan negotiations. I actually was the person to go to if there was a problem between the brokers. I resolved the problem. I adjusted the rate. Most people didn't last 6 months in that job. They wanted to hire me. My first quarter, I made them an extra $1 million in broker fees because I was able to deal with the other brokers on the other companies and able to resolve the issue. I developed a good relationship, a good trust relationship that my math was good, better than most, and they would let me keep the extra usually and give it as broker fees commission because I was fast. I got the issue resolved, and I made them happy. They wanted to make me happy as well. It's a give and take kind of business. and from that experience, watching Coinbase handle their own investigation without any kind of data passing hands is ridiculous. Anytime somebody has a financial claim or a problem with something, you have to provide the financial data, the numbers. Now, I had the numbers and everything. I do have them. I have it live streamed. But they didn't bother even to take the numbers from me. And supposedly Carter was able to tell what I was looking at. Somehow. I'd like to know how. Of course, all my evidence comes from the order book. And without a copy of the activity of the order book, that moment that I was exposing as manipulation, there's no way he can investigate it. So I'm going to post this to YouTube. It's the oddest thing I ever seen. It's like there's a crime. I want to report it, to the police. And the police go, before you even hang up the phone or give them the information, oh, there was no crime. We investigated that already, but I haven't told you what happened. And they hang up the phone. You try living in an environment like that, where the police department, you report a crime, and before you can even give them the information of what happened, the case is closed. They have, oh, my house got robbed. Oh, yeah, nobody robbed your house. We can't find them. No report, nothing. You don't do an investigation like that. I'm sorry, guys in finance. You're supposed to take the numbers, present your evidence. Here it is. Oh, here it is. Well, the problem with that, I think they're covering. They know that I have the evidence is valid, so they have to be in denial of the evidence. And how do you become in denial of the evidence? You have to omit the evidence. Give it a non-existent clause. We don't see it, so it didn't happen. But meanwhile, I seen it and I copied it and I have it. So Coinbase is going to be in a lot of trouble in the future. I can predict something very bad is going to happen to them. Okay, I'm going to post this to YouTube.